Praise the Lord.
Praise him. How are you?
I'm fine with you. How are you? How's your husband? Everything is okay?
Yes, everything's doing great, thank God. Everything's okay
Okay.
with you?
Yeah, everything good. Did,
Oh,
um, did, did they tell you what they're doing with the candy and stuff?
no. Actually, that's what I'm calling you for because I had text Pastor Glover in reference, not in reference to the candy, if I'm correct, but wait, let me just go to my text so I can talk on it right. Let me see. Okay, so she actually brought in the candy part. Let me make sure. Let me go on up. Okay. Wait. Okay, let me ask you this question. Now, in the meeting that
Okay.
we had, the last meeting, um, was it confirmed for me to come in and let everyone know how much money I needed? Or was there going to be an offering taken up at a specific time?
No, what they was going to do is that you told them how much the cases was. Bishop donated didn't say he was donating to. Robinson said she was donating to. The pastor was donating to of the candy and stuff.
Okay.
And I don't know who's gonna put the order in because I told him that's not my responsibility. I
Right.
told him I didn't need it. Okay. Um. So it's between one of them, between pastor or bishop. They were supposed to donate 2 boxes apiece.
Right. Right.
You
That's.
know,
Mm-hmm.
and then from that, you know, is gonna sell the candy. Now I do know because I had this discussion with my committee
Mm-hmm.
because they was like, oh, the candy that they selling was supposed to be help pay for the down payment for the bus. I
Mm-hmm.
said no. I said we have nothing to do with that candy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's a fundraiser.
Mm-hmm.
We don't do fundraising. We do a drive. I said the down payment was paid down already.
Okay.
Okay. I got one more down payment left,
Mm-hmm.
and the selling of the tickets
Mm-hmm.
is the one that helps gets the bus, and what's money left over. The candy had nothing to do with that. So Bishop said that some of the candy, you know, um, um, would have been, you know, extra, little extra because he was saying, remember when he said about the offering,
Mm-hmm.
he said that you do the regular offering and for the speaker,
Mm-hmm.
and said that if the offering comes short, then they would take some money from the candy sale and put it in that way,
Mm-hmm.
you know, because um they I, because with after what you told them about the candy, you know, um I guess they decided that it was a good thing, but the point is ain't nobody doing anything yet, and you need that money, you need that money, for May 21st.
Okay, so yeah, that's what I'm trying to get an understanding of because I thought that the candy was going to the building fund or the fundraise, not the building fund, the fundraising, and there was going to be everybody was going to donate.
Right. There was okay. How many? Okay, because I was trying to say, um, um,
Not donate candy, donate money.
well. They was supposed to. I know that Ella Robinson. I know that Bishop and Pastor. They was donating to candy and stuff. You know.
Right,
Um, I know. Deacon Taylor was saying, why don't we just take a collection,
right,
and
mm-hmm,
do it like that, for the decoration
right.
and different things. But they they didn't say, okay, that's what we're gonna do. They was relying on the candy, and you made it clear to them that you don't want the money, you
Right.
know. Let them order the candy and stuff like that. Yeah, go to the website, order candy, whatever they're gonna do. You know,
Yeah,
because
because I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. But
mhm,
because of now it started out when you was asking me about the candy, etc. So it started out that the candy was supposed to have been sold so that whatever we needed for the service, we was going to use the candy. So
right,
as the conversation went on, I had said that instead of going into the money for the offering for the speaker, that when the offerings is taken up, whatever's for the church is for the church, whatever's for the speaker is for the speaker. And if it
right.
comes down that there's need for money, not
They
to
was taking
go
for the
into the
candy.
church, to go to the candy.
Right,
So now,
right,
once I said that, then Bishop came and said that no, the money that you use, you're gonna take a offering up for the speaker. You shouldn't have to go in, however he said it. And so I said, well, that's what I'm saying. So now, as the conversation went on, it came down that they wanted to find out where they're gonna get the candy from. Now, I had said already that the candy is American Finest. I already knew the website to go on. I mean, when you told me about that particular candy, and after you said that they didn't want to too much deal with that because of the 40/60.
yeah, yeah,
So that's why I brought into the conversation that I don't know whether y'all remember, you wasn't there and Odom wasn't there when this was done at the time, but I had already ordered candy, but it was for the youth department.
right,
And I had ordered it where when you order the candy, you pay up front for
right,
the candy, and whatever profit that they're taking out, I think it wasn't that much. Not that it wasn't that much because we made a good 300. We would have made more, but we made a good $300, $400, something like that. We made. So, I had already had in play, what I was going to say in reference to where they can get the can. But as I noticed that they had already, I mean, they started going into their own convo. So I just left it alone. So now when they started talking, I'm recalling whatever was being said. And I'm recalling that the last thing that was said was that Brother Taylor said, well then, we don't have to sell the candy for the service because Sister Taylor was asking how much money I needed. And I was telling
right,
her, while I didn't really go into that outlook of what I needed, because I was saying that if we go ahead and order the candy, the amount of candy that we order should cover what we need. So
right,
I did not put a ballpark there. So then one show was saying, well, how much in there? I said, all right. So then, and then Pastor Glover came in and said, well, I can't remember whether she mentioned Sister Kershaw's name or not, but I know she said, Either Sister Kershaw name or somebody. So I'm going to say it was Sister Kershaw because I know I mentioned Sister Kershaw name. That
Right.
Sister Kershaw wanted to get some decorations or whatever. And then she said, well, we don't really have to, we could donate then. Then we can do the donation and we don't really have to do the candy. Well, you know how people is, they never let you finish talking. So
Right.
Brother Taylor came in and said, that's right. We can just, why do we have to sell the candy? And this is after, I'm leaving the part out after after Elder Robinson said she would donate the 2. So now we had 6. Bishop was like, now we got 6 boxes of candy that can be sold. And so then the conclusion was that, okay, the candy won't have nothing to do with the service. It will go with the drive or something. And that's when you say, we don't have nothing to do with that candy. That candy doesn't have anything to do with us. And so then, okay, they took it away from you, took it off of you, and said, well, then it'll just go to the church. So Bishop said, his last words said, okay, well, we'll get the candy. I'm going to get it. This person's going to get it. That's going to be. And so now it's going to be 6 boxes. And that the money that comes in will go to the church.
Right.
So now I had text Pastor Glover, and I was telling her that I forgot about the musician, and he charges $150. I forgot about the banner. I forgot about we had talked about the decorations already, but I had forgot about the refreshments.
Right.
So then I was telling her, I said, well, and that was the purpose of me saying, this is what I'm texting her. That's the purpose of me saying about the candy. Because if we get in a certain amount of candy, then we don't have to tax nobody. Because, see, I'm going to tell you, Evangelist Lord, what I wanted to do was to sell the candy so that anything we got to do for the church, it comes out of the candy. I didn't want nobody to dig in their pocket. Unless it was short $20, $30. Nothing big where people have to go to the church and get a receipt and take the money back.
Right.
So that was my outlook. That was my thought. That's the first thing. When it come down for years that I've been trying to get things going in the church, whenever they would say they need this or need that, or I wanted to do something with the young people, or I wanted to have a brunch with the missionary department, I will always say candy. Or I will always say, come on, y'all, I tell the kids, all of y'all get up there, bake some cake, bake some cookies, come out on the Saturday with some water. We get out there and sell something so that the youth have some money when they want to do something. But it always come down that they got to tax the people. And I'll be trying to not go down that route. I'll be trying my best not to go down that route. So that's what I was trying to do within the meeting. But after it went this way and it went that way, and then the conclusion was, okay, we're going to get the candy. We got to find somebody to sell it. The person that was supposed to be ordering the candy was Cheryl. Cheryl was the one. That was the final thing. Okay, because I recall you turning, all right, you do that. You do that. Then you go. So she started laughing. Now, even though she didn't say yeah, no, but I mean, it was already out. It's being said out there. And I told Cheryl before when she was supposed to help me, she was supposed to be on the committee with me for the Back to Church Sunday. And she was supposed to be the one that make the flyers. I think a week before the service was, she came to me and told me I'm not doing the flyers. So when I asked her, I said, why you not doing the flyers? Because that's too much for me to do. And
My apologies. I couldn't hear what you said.
I said, well, when we was in the meeting, I said, why you just didn't tell Pastor Glover that it was too much for you, that you didn't want to do? Or why you just didn't tell me? She said, because I was put to do that. I was picked to do that, but I really didn't want to do it. So I had to wind up doing the flyers. And to be honest, that the plans for the Back to Church service just went down the drain because the people that was supposed to be helping me didn't help me. Everybody that was supposed to have a part with it, they backed out at the last minute. So it never got anywhere. So now here we is with the church anniversary. The banner, I wanted the banner. Now come to find out, even though Pastor Glover said that you wasn't in none of the meetings. Okay, so even though Pastor Glover said that Taisha is not the one that's supposed to be doing the banners, come to find out, Taisha is the one. But I said I text Pastor Glover today. I said it's okay. I said me and Odin was supposed to. Well, let me put it like this. Me and Odin supposed to be working together in reference to the banner. Right? Now, she didn't kind of say that she was going to be on the committee. But because she went out there and said, oh, I know somebody that could do the banner, I said to her in the meeting, I said, okay, well, you can be in charge of that. You could look up on that and see what's going on. So she was cool with it at first. But every time I would go and ask her about it, I got to talk to this, I got to da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da. So something transpired over the past few weeks.
Yes.
So now she's out of it. So I said, all right, let me go see if I can find somebody that's going to do this banner for me. So I went to Manhattan yesterday. I came across a stationery store that do banners. So now he told me what I needed to do. So now the work that he's telling me, well, not so much the work, but the program that he's telling me to do it in, I'm saying that that's the work for Taisha because Taisha's the one that's doing the programs. I don't know why people just don't think that I don't know what I'm talking about. But just like I say, Evangelist, I'm not going to fuss and argue with nobody. When push, as long as the Lord give me strength to do things, when it come down to things that I'm over, I try my best to put my best foot forward. I try not to dig in nobody's pocket. If push come to shove, I go on my own. I don't go to the church for no receipts or nothing. So I will say that when I text Pastor Glover today, I said to her, I said, I'm going to bring my receipt because she told me to bring the receipt for the stamps. Now, the stamps is supposed to be for the letters that I was supposed to be sending out. So she want the receipt back from the stamps. So I told her, I said, okay, I'm going to bring you the receipt in reference to the stamps. I said, and I got to get me some paper to print out. I got to get some paper so I can do the work that I need to do in reference to the printing paper. I said, and I did tell her I'm going to bring the receipt. Right? Now, I don't know where the money come. I'm praying to God they don't take it out of the church. But to be honest, push come to shove, I might not even give her no receipt. Now that I'm actually thinking about it. Because I don't want nobody. I feel very bad for anybody to go inside wherever the church money is. Whether it's in the bank, whether it's in somebody's pocket, whether it's in somebody's pocketbook. If it's supposed to be connected to the church, I feel bad going in there, giving them a receipt for $10, $20, $5, $50, whatever it may be. Because then I feel like I'm taken out of the church. Because if you putting into the church and they got to turn around and take out of the church, then the church ain't going to never have nothing. So now, the reason why I was calling you, because I told Pastor God, I said, well, I'm going to call, because she was saying that as far as the candy was, she said, I thought that we would give donations after you let us know what everything will cost. Now, I don't recall. I'm going to be honest with you. I could be wrong. But I do not recall the finalizing of me going to go around, seeing how much this costs, seeing how much this costs, seeing how much this costs, and then coming back to the church. But that's no issue. No problem. Then she came back and said, you can still have candies to sell because I don't know how much people will be able to give. Now, see, this is where the confusing part coming in. The finalizing was donations. It started out with me saying sell candy. So that way we ain't got to worry about what she's saying now. We don't know how much money people going to give. Nothing is my answer. But, hey, I'm not going to knock it. Somebody want to put 10, 20, whatever the case may be. But the man himself to play is $150. So that's $150 we got to come up with.
Right.
You follow what I'm saying, Evangelist?
Yeah.
So I really, I'm going to go on. And I'm a tally up everything. I told Sister Kershaw today, we met at the church to measure up for the banner. I told her, I said, you go on, because we want to try to do the decorations for the pulpit, try to get the banner up there, try to get some color that we're going to be wearing, for that service. And I'm going to tell you something else. Evangelist. I don't know why the men was not informed. I don't know why. I don't want you to think that. And now that I'm talking to you, I would say it to you. I kept saying I'm gonna call Bishop and let him know, but I figure Bishop know by now, but I don't know. But Pastor Glover was saying that y'all didn't know nothing about the meeting, y'all don't know nothing about the service, y'all don't know anything. So I really don't understand why you guys don't know nothing, because y'all should have been in the meeting too. The first meeting that I had, I saw y'all leave. Well, you wasn't there. I saw Brother Taylor leaving. I saw Bishop leaving, Minister Anson leaving. So I looked at Pastor Glover. I said, but wait a minute, why the men leaving? This got to do with them. This is a church anniversary. They could be a part of this as well. I mean, when I make up the program, whatever the case may be, I mean, if they want to be a part of the program, or I'll put them on the program, they're a part of the church. This is the church's anniversary. This ain't Sharon's anniversary.
Right.
But she was like, well, they don't know nothing. I was like, and I'm saying to myself, you mean to tell me Bishop don't know? I'm thinking that Pastor and Bishop talking. I'm thinking that Pastor done told Bishop that, yeah, we're going to have this at such and such a time. So I'm letting you know now. I know you wasn't in that meeting. You probably missed the meeting. But it's okay. Yeah, it's okay. But we supposed to be having, as you see in the meeting that we had with everybody, it's church anniversary. I know you probably don't even know what's going on. But it's a church anniversary. And it's a church anniversary. Because I don't even know too much about a church anniversary. Because to be honest, our church never had one. So
right.
I'm trying my best to put it in perspective, so I'm not really overlooking people or I'm doing the wrong thing.
Right.
And it's not so much that I don't know what to do, how to take care of business, and put it that way. It's not so much that I don't know how to take care of business, but it's just so much limbo. You know, you maybe want to do this, but then as soon as you suggest something, no, that's not right. They got to be this way, this and that. And then you go, okay, you try to clear it up. Okay, so who going to do this? Who going to do it? Because in the meeting, I was assigning people to a committee with me, because Pastor Glover told me to get a committee. So I had a big old meeting, supposed to be with everybody in the church, but the men was out of it. So I had a meeting with all the women, and I'm throwing it out there. Okay, so we need this, we need that. Who should we get to speak? Who want to be on the program? What color should we wear? Now, evangelist, I could go on and just pick the color. I go on, pick the preacher, go on, make up the program, and boom, when the day come, bam, here go the program. And now everybody gonna be sitting there, oh, she ain't even asked us nothing. I don't know why things gotta be such a secret, but it's because you don't want to go through all of this. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
You don't want to go through all this foolishness with people. You get in front of people and you ask them, what do you want to do? Everybody sitting there. Silence of the lamb, like the cat. My grandmother would say, the cat done got their tongue. Nobody ain't saying nothing. As soon as I open up my mouth, okay, well, I'm gonna get this person. I'm gonna let that. Why we gotta get that person? Well, let's do it this way. Okay, all right, we're gonna do it that way. Okay, so let's say Sister Cheryl. Okay, Sister Cheryl, so you gonna go. Because I told her to get in contact with Eve, and for her and Eve to contact people that been in house of prayer way back, because they know how to. They seem to know how to go in the roach hole and get somebody. So I gave that to them. So now when we come back, now this is the first meeting, I gave that to her. When we get to the second meeting, I asked her, oh no, I didn't say nothing. No, I didn't speak to her yet. What's going on? We already hitting in April. And the first meeting that we had, well, actually, the first meeting we had, and then we had a second meeting, and nothing was accomplished. Nothing was accomplished. So I came up with the speaker. I named different speakers. This person said, no, not that one. This person said, no, not that one. That person said, no, not that one. Oh, well, let us just have Mother White. Okay, we have Mother White. Got nothing against that, because Mother White do know our church from way back. Okay, we have Mother White.
St. James?
Huh? Yeah, from St. James.
Okay.
So then when it came down to the program, we'll talk about the banner. I said, okay, I want to have a banner. So I said, because I want us to have the banner made up. So all we got to do is put it up. And so I was saying, I would like to get a banner made where we don't have to keep printing it out every year. We could just change the numbers. So when I said that, Evangelist Oldham said, oh, I know somebody. Oh, yes, you could do it. Now, honestly, I was saying to myself, because I know I work on computers. That's my specialty. I know I work with them programs. So I'm saying to myself, as I'm saying it, I say, well, I'm telling them out loud. I said, I really don't think you could do that, because once you set up something and print it out, it's printed out.
Right.
You can't really change numbers.
No, you cover it, but
Right, you cover them, right?
you can cover it.
Right, so she was saying that she knows somebody that printed out a banner, and on the banner, all you had to do was change the numbers. So I was like, okay, so you do that. You go on and you see if you can contact the person. So now she looking at me like, I don't know, I'll see. I said, well, when we come back to the next meeting, you let me know. Because we don't even know whether she's going to be there. Because she's supposed to be graduating. I don't know. Whatever's going to be, going to be. I don't know. But that's what she was saying. That's if I'm here. That's if I'm here. So now, just like I said, something transpired. So I ain't hearing nothing from her. I don't even know what she's doing in reference to it. So I said, well, let me go with this banner. At first, I wasn't going to do it, but I was like, no, I'm going to go on. I said, if Bishop Mingo and Mother Wilson was alive and they was doing this, Mother Giles, and they was doing this, and Bishop gave me this to do, I wouldn't have to come back to her every 5 minutes to let her know. She would just let me go on and do it. And when everything was finalized, I'd come to her, let her see the program, let her see this, let her see that, and then we go on. I wouldn't have to worry about no money. I wouldn't have to be worrying about thinking, okay, do we have to do, because that's how she is. My grandmother would have got in the kitchen and baked some pies and some cakes. Bishop Mingo would have went and did what she had to do, and we would have been at House of Prayer selling some stuff, because we used to sell dinners. So we would have been right up there in House of Prayer selling something, trying to make this money. I could hear now saying, all right, saints, let's get together. We got to get this money going so that we can get these things going. So therefore, that's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be taxing nobody. I don't want to be having people, depending on people for donation, that when the time comes, we only getting $5 and $6 and we can't get nothing. We can't even get the banner. Everybody know how much. Everybody going to know how much everything going to be paid. Everything that needs to be paid. But then when it come down to getting the money, that's where the problem going to come in at.
Right.
I don't know.
I listen. I understand your frustration. Because it really doesn't make any sense. All right. Evangelist Odom. All right. She resigned from my committee too.
Really?
Yeah. She resigned. She resigned from my committee after the last meeting we had at the church.
Really?
Yeah, that's when Elder Robinson got up and said what she said that she was doing.
Okay.
And Deacon Deacon Taylor told her about what he did to her.
Okay.
I mean, what he did to him.
Mm-hmm.
About not coming and greeting.
Mm-hmm.
She got off the committee.
Wow.
She got off the committee. I was talking to Peter Taylor, and I was trying to tell them that the money that we doing for the bus ride, that's the money that's gonna help get the tickets and pay everything, because I personally put the down payment down for the bus.
Okay, I hear you.
Okay. Why? Because I run one.
They was going what?
They was gonna donate $88 to get the candy. Now, the only thing that I didn't hear who was gonna put the order in, or who's gonna collect the the $88 to get the candy. All I know that Bishop said he was gonna do it. Pastor Glover said he was gonna do it, and Ella Robinson said that she was gonna do it. You know. I was gonna donate it, but I said I can't donate because I'm doing the bus.
Yeah, of course. So,
You know, I'm doing the bus. But if they got the candy, I would have helped sell. I would get some candy and sell some candy. But it's bad. It's bad. And I'm going to be very honest with you. If you come to the point where you don't see nobody do anything, I'll go back to the pastor and tell the pastor that, listen, I'm not handling this no more.
Okay, I got you.
I'm not handling this no more. Okay, put the ball back into her hands, into the bishop's hands, because they love to drop things down. And don't, I mean, I know Pastor had helped me before, with your workshop. When she came in, dealing with money and different things like that there. But they know that okay, you don't have that type of money. Okay, now when you say you was getting stamps. You get a roll of stamps or you can get a book of stamps?
No, it was just a book of stamps. I don't know how much a book costs, but she only gave me $20.
She only gave you $20. I think a roll of stamp is $53 and change.
Well, I ain't never got a roller stamp, which would be smart to do. Half the time, she's the one. Whenever I need stamps, Evangelist, I go to her, and she goes in her bag and pull out stamps. And if it's not enough, there was a time when she would tell me to get it, and then she would give me back the money when I give her back the receipt. So after a while, she stopped doing that, and she would go in her pocket, and she would give me the money to buy the book of stamps. So she went when I asked her during the prayer week. I think it was the prayer week, well, whenever it was. I asked her for the stamps, and she went in her pocket, and she in her pocketbook, and she was brought out, I think, about 7 stamps or whatever. She said, "Is that enough?" I said, "No, that's not enough."
It's 7 stamps.
Yeah, if I'm correct, she counted about 7 stamps, give or take, more or less. And I was like, no. She said, well, if you near somebody. I said, yeah, there's a post office by me. She said, all right, well, I'll just give you the money. So she gave me the $20, and she emphasized, make sure you bring back the receipt so I can get my money back.
Yeah, because she wants her money back.
Yep, because she want her money back. That's right. That's right.
Well, I'm telling you this here. Okay. All right. I bought stamps.
Oh, okay.
I bought stamps because I had to mail out the flyers to a different church. I didn't ask the church for nothing.
Okay.
I didn't ask the church for anything. I bought a roll of stamps. It was $53 and change. Okay. And I have the stamps that I'm going to put on the envelope and mail my flyers out to different churches.
Who did your flyer?
I'm waiting. My flyer's not made up yet.
No, I said, who's doing it? Yeah, right.
Cheryl.
Okay.
No problem. I would have asked Marcus, but Marcus, he has so much right now. He has, he got to deal with the funeral,
Okay.
and different things. Cause Marcus is good you know, with the flyers and stuff, because I don't have the flyers done and have them posted on Facebook. Because I said that I was going to ask every person in the church that has a Facebook account if they can post a flyer on their Facebook page.
Right.
You know, and so everything can be put out, and then I have the mail out the flights I'm going to do. So I'm not waiting for nobody. When I told Bishop I got the bus, when I got the down payment of the bus, I have it down. Bishop said, "Oh, okay. Well, we're gonna give you back the money, for the down payment for the bus, and then he said, "Oh man, well, you're on the ball, you know." So and then I told Pastor, I said, well, we got the bus. She didn't ask me, how'd you get the bus, or what the bus costs, what the down payments have been taken. So I'm just going to go ahead and do, what I have to do. But I'm telling you, if it comes to a point that you see that you're not getting no help, I'm being very serious. I'll go back to pastor and tell them, your counsel is this thing for the church anniversary, because I can't do it on my own, and nobody's helping. Nobody.
That's how it is, because nobody's on the committee. Just like I said, when I threw it out there, nobody volunteered. So when I started asking questions, who would do this, who would do that, nobody said nothing. So then I went on and started talking. And then different people started saying things, just like I said about Odom with the banner. So I went to give her that. I said, okay, well, then you do the banner. Now she's looking at me like I'm crazy, but I left it like that. Pastor Glover she brought up, what's her name, about the, Taisha, about the program. She brought up Cheryl. Now, these people didn't volunteer now. This is Pastor Glover. And she brought up Cheryl for the flyers. And because I'm going to be honest with you, I think she did that because I told her that I wanted to come to the church and use the church computer to do the programs and to print out the flyer. That was that. Now, advantage. That was before they got this color printer that they got now, because she was talking to me about not having a color machine, and I told her, I said I would do them at my house. I said, but my printer is done. I said I have to get me a new printer. I said, so therefore I'm asking permission to come to the church and use the church's computer as well as printer. She said, well, I'm trying to get in touch with this man about this printer we got. I told her, now see, they don't want to give credit where credit is due. But I told her that you need to call. I say, no, let me correct myself. Thank you, Holy Ghost. I said, well, you should do like I do. I say, I don't deal with third-party people. I go to the manufacturer. Anything happened to my printer, 2 or 3 days, 5 days, a week, a month later that I bought, I go to Canon. I send an email to Canon, let them know what's going on, and Canon hooked me up. I got my new printer. I said, so don't deal with that middleman. If you can't get in touch with that middleman, what's the name of the copier manufacturer? She said Xerox. I said, well, that's who you need to contact. She said, yeah, I'm going to do something. I'm going to sure enough, whatever the case may be. After a while, I finds out that she got in contact with the people, and the people going to replace the printer and give them a new color printer. By now, she done text me and said, well, Taisha can do the program, and what's the name can do the the flyers. I said, okay, no problem. So I have no problem with that. I said, they could do it. I said, so now, if these people going to do these things, they got to be on the board with it. They got to be on the board with it. And not to say anything against Cheryl or nothing against Taisha. You know, the fact is that I'm the type of person, when I know it's something that got to be done, that's my priority. You see what I'm saying? I know I got to make something for Evangelist Laws. That's my priority. And you could bet your fat man I'm going to be calling you up. Okay, what was it you want? Okay, make sure you send me an email. Okay, let me know what it is, how you want it. Because I ain't got nothing to do with my opinions. You see what I'm saying? It's what you want. I'm not here to change your mind. I'm here to do what you want done. And you don't have to be giving me no dollars on the side, hypothetically speaking, for me to do a great job. I'm going to do a great job, regardless of whether I get paid or not. Because of the simple fact, this is what I like to do. So now, I said, okay, Taisha going to do the program. So now we in the meeting. Okay, let's talk about the program, you guys. What do y'all want on the program? Silence of the Lambs. Here go Odom. Well, I don't even think I'm going to be here. I said, yeah, I already know that. I said, so I'm not talking to you. Okay, anybody else? What do y'all want on the program? Nobody ain't saying nothing. So I left the program alone for a little bit. I said, okay, we're going to go to the speaker. I said, I got this person. I think I had Pastor Wright. I had Pastor White. And there was somebody else. There was somebody else that knew us. That knew us real good. I wrote their names down. So now everybody's silent. I did mention Pastor Clark. And they was like, Pastor Clark? I don't know about Pastor Clark. They had something to say about Pastor Clark. So I said, okay, we get Pastor Wright. Oh, we need somebody that know them. Now, mind you, it's not so much. I had to look it up. Ain't nobody, and I could be wrong. The church anniversary is not so much in talking about, how can I say it? I want to say it right. It's not so much as giving a lot of due to Bishop Mingo. It's more so in people giving their feedback of the church itself in general. That's what I thought. You see what I'm saying?
The church.
Huh?
The growth of the church.
Thank you. Exactly. That's what I figured. I wasn't too sure because I never did a church anniversary. Okay, a Founders Day, Evangelist Odom was saying that the Founders Day would be for people to come and speak about Bishop Mingo, etc., etc. All of that's supposed to be on the Founders Day because I was they wanted me to get a book. Now, mind you, I started out by saying that I want to do a booklet, which I know how to do that myself and print it out. And in the booklet, everyone within the church, this is what I said in the first meeting I had. I knew everybody didn't agree with it, didn't like it, but I said it anyway, just put it out there. I said, I want to have a booklet, and in the book, I want everybody in the church to write something about the church. I said, so that way, we don't have to go one by one to people saying anything. We'll have it like on a program. We'll have our program, and we'll have this booklet, and that will be given out with the program. So whatever anybody want to say, they can say it in that booklet. Everybody that's going to be on the program will be the ones that we actually going to call if they're going to sing something. Somebody from the outside, like if they come out of state, they get on Zoom. Because to be honest, I wanted to have it on Zoom. I said, because I think we will get more people coming in. You'll get more revenue coming in if you get people on the Zoom. Because ain't nobody coming out that much. So I said, but hey, I said, I'm going to send out my letters. And so then Pastor Glover said, no, we don't need to have all these people up in the church and da-da-da-da-da and da-da. I said, all right. I said, that's why I'm saying the Zoom. Well, we could still have people. People just got to be social distant. I said, okay. However you want it, that's the way it's going to be. So I said, well, I'll send out my letters, whatever the case may be. I really wanted to send out the flyers instead of a letter. I'll put the letter, per se, with the flyer on Facebook. But we ain't get no flyers yet. So I have to send. I done sent out my letters already. I sent the letters out. I said whenever Cheryl do the flyers up, then hopefully we can get them up on Facebook, and we'll get it so the people can get the information in reference to the Zoom, just in case they don't have it. So nobody had nothing to say. So back to the committee part. So nobody's really on the committee. Because Oldham, just like we're talking, Oldham backed out. I tried to get Ella Robinson. Somebody associated Ella Robinson, because I was going to tell Ella Robinson to be in charge of the speaker. Like, go, not go around, but, like, because she was naming people. And so I was like, okay, you could be over that. And she was like, what, with the money? And we was talking about money, but not money at that time. So I was like, money? I said, no, we're not talking about no money, Elder. She said, I thought you were talking about collecting the money. Oh, thank you, Holy Ghost. We was talking about the book, that same book that I'm telling you now. But that's how I wanted it. They switched it up, turned it around, got all the way up in the ceiling, back around the block, all over the place. Talking about they want to charge the people. Oh, yeah, it's about a page. They need to get a page. They need to get half page, da-da-da-da-da. So I'm like, okay. I said, that sounds pretty good, if that's what y'all want. Because that's not really what I was talking about. So they was like, yeah, here go Odom again. Yeah, I know who got it. I could get it. Da-da-da-da-da. I said, all right, no problem. I said, you take care of that too. Okay? So she said, all right. So now I called up somebody because I ain't hear nothing from her. She did call me, correction. She did call me and told me that she had got the book from Pastor Clark or somebody. Somebody she got a book from. And she said, yeah, they can get a half a page, they can get a full page, quarter page, whatever.
It's called a journal.
Oh, yes, you're right. I remember that. Let me jot that down. Yes, you're 100% right.
It's called a journal. And in the journal, you'll go like to different places, ask them, to buy half a page, a full page, and you'll put their business name in, their cards, in the journal, and once the journal is given out, it has the name, and then see you do that. When you do it that way, you don't sell the journal, you give it away.
Right, got you. Exactly.
Because the people
don't pay for it.
That don't pay for it by putting a advertising in the journal.
Exactly. Right. You're right. So when they started going down that lane, I was saying now Odom, I think Odom and I think Elder Robinson was informing me to go across the street to the people. No, it wasn't Elder Robinson. It was Odom. Go across the street to these people and that people and people on the corner and this and that. So in the meeting, I said to them, well, I personally don't have to do that. I said, we're going to assign somebody to do that that's already in the pantry. I said, why should I have to come all the way from the Bronx to talk to somebody across the street and y'all see them every day? I said, so therefore, we could put somebody over that particular area and contacting the people, jotting down the names of whoever want to do a page. If they going to give the money, collect the money. I said, because I ain't dealing with no money. Y'all collect the money, whatever the case may be. Silence of the Lambs. Nobody ain't had nothing to say. They wanted Evangelist Jordan to go for door to door, house to house, round the corner, all this stuff. So I ain't hear nothing about it. So now I get home and I call somebody that actually deals with making those, well, not making it, but getting it together. Bishop White had a some type of service that he was having. I don't know whether it was for him or something for the church or whatever. And I was designated. He called me up and asked me to get this book together for him. See, I know how to do the book. I already know. So I was told to get Pastor Wright to do the printing because that's what she does. So that was the plans. So that much I did know. So now, when I got home, I called Evangelist Hardy because me and her worked together.
Right.
So she told me exactly, just like you're saying. And she was saying, no, Evangelist, the type of book that you want, that's not the kind of book. She said, this book that they're talking about is a book that you go from, you get different churches, you go to the different stores, you go wherever, and you get people to want a page if they choose to. And they will advertise whatever it is that they're going to advertise, but they got to pay for that page. And then just like you said, they say once everything is printed up, they got to get a book.
Right.
So I said, well, she said, I don't think that's what you're looking for. I said, no. So I explained it to her what exactly. She said, okay, I understand. She said, you just want people that's affiliated with the church to write in the book. I said, yes, that's it. I just want a few words, a paragraph, or whatever the case may be in reference to whatever, their experience, however. I couldn't really explain it, but I know what I wanted.
Right.
And she understood what I was saying. So she said, no. So when we had the second meeting, now, that's what I was telling Elder Robinson to be in charge of. I said, well, you could go and, and you and somebody else could get together. And, being that people comes in the pantry, I mean, from different churches, they got a more contact with different churches than I do. Because I'm thinking that certain different churches come into the church, people they know from across the street or next door, wherever, I don't know. The pantry people, however it may be. So now, as I said, it was Silence of the Lamb. So when we had the second meeting, I brought it back up and I told them, I said, we're not going to have that book. And what I was told, which Evangelist Odom said it, as well as Evangelist Hardy. She said that type of book can be done like on a Founders Day. If you're having a Founders service, a big service, even if you're having a building fund service or something like that, you can put that out there and get different people, different churches you ain't affiliated with, God knows how long, and get these people to contribute to this book. And so I was telling them in the meeting, I said, and another thing, I said, this book got to be printed up. I said, and once it's printed up, we're going to have to get these people one of them books. I said, and I know House of Prayer ain't going to be spending all that money to be printing up. I said, so we can wait. Y'all, we can work on that on a Founders Day, and that'll be underneath somebody else. That ain't got nothing to do with me, because I ain't over the Founders Day. So that took out the book. That took out the book. Nobody really didn't want to write nothing, because I was going to still go around, had asked certain people already to do stuff. And they agreed upon it. But then I was like, okay, so that's going to be more work. I mean, I don't mind the work, but I can't get into the office. I can't get into the office unless I think ahead to remind Pastor Glover, if they there on Monday or Tuesday, those are the times I have to come in there so that I can get into the office, because I don't have a key to the office. And there's no other way for me to get to the computer. I mean, I got like 3 computers. I can use my own computer. But the thing is that I want the work to be on the computer. I have my copy on my own computer. But all the work that's dealing with the church should be on its computer. It should be, right. And our backups we have a backup, but the church should have all that. And I told Bishop for the longest, I say, all this filing and all these different things that y'all doing, I say, you need to get a software. They got all types of software for church business. I said, and you need to put all that stuff up in there. All that in there. Whatever's going on, whatever's happening. I said, we need a website. I said, we need a hotline. I said, we need a whole lot of stuff. I said, and we need to get this thing going, especially if you're saying we ain't got no money. We ain't got no money, then we need to start doing things so that we can make some money. I was talking to him a few months after I moved here in the Bronx. I said, we need to start doing things. I said, we talking so much about what we want. I said, but nobody want to do nothing. Everybody want to sit down and wait till the next person do something. And then when the next person do something, y'all want to throw stones at the person and don't want them to do nothing. And then you frustrate the person so bad, they just stop doing it. They be like, forget it. I don't even want to be bothered. I can get more love from my dog.
Right.
And he was like, you right. Yeah, we all going to do this. But what? You see what I'm saying? Just like you talking now. People resigning, people backing out. Why is Olin backing out? Come on now. You got so much knowledge and things you want to do. So why can't you bring the knowledge and help us out? Why get mad? I don't understand this. These saints of God getting mad cause you telling them the truth.
Yes.
You telling them the truth. The Bible says, and ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. That's why it's not set, because then you can be mad. Because it sets you free. But no, it's going to make you free. And once it make you free, you ain't going to do it no more.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? I don't get these people. I don't get it. And they don't quite understand my frustration with foolishness. I don't have time for all that. If y'all going to do something, do it. Stop throwing stones at people that want to do something.
That's right.
Stop getting up in testimonies and saying things to disown people and make people feel some kind of way and don't want them to do nothing. And then when they sit back and don't want to do it, then you want to get up and talk about them some more.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's one reason why I said, you know, after Taylor broke the ice, you know, after Ella Robinson broke the ice,
right?
What Taylor said, then I said, yeah, well, they need to stop, you know, getting up testifying, you know, and throwing stones at one another, and we all know who you're testifying about.
Yeah.
You know, that's one reason why I decided that I was listen. I'm in charge of this building fund.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? I got a committee because I didn't want nobody to think that, you know, I was like you. I was trying to do everything.
Right.
But Bishop told me, you're the president.
Mm-hmm. So
I'm going to do what I need to do to get this over.
Right.
You know, so because I know Cheryl has a lot on her plate.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And I know this. I know she have a lot.
Yep.
You know, do. And she doesn't. With Cheryl, she doesn't know how to say no.
Yeah, I know this.
Or Pastor, I can't do this. I can't do that. I can't do this. So what I'm going to do is that I need my flyers up by the end of April.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If I gotta go to a printer shop and get and if I can get 1 or 2 flyers printed up,
right,
and I can make copies on my printer, that's what I'm going to do because that's the only way things is going to get done. Because people procrastinate.
Yeah, you're right.
They procrastinate now. What I'm saying is that when we had that meeting and you told them about the candy. That next day, that money should have been donated to them, and the order that came should have been out because you got your thing coming up in May. Okay, that candy should have been done. You know,
exactly.
So that's the reason why I decided that. You know, I'm not going to say, well, listen, I spent X amount of money, okay? When it's done, it's done. You know, and they said, my community said, when you sell your tickets, you know, they can give you the money back. I said, listen, I didn't ask nobody for nothing. That's not me. I'm not asking anybody for nothing. But I've learned they can say what they want to say. That person doesn't ask no help. When the help was asked, everybody said they was going to help. They didn't help.
That's right. That's right.
So the show got to go on.
That's right.
So you do what you got to do. Now, I'm telling this to you. I know there's a lot of things that got to do with this bus. But the main thing is that the flyers is going to help sell the tickets. Right. Okay. So actually, money's not really coming out my pocket that much. You know, just for the stamps, the flyers, and the last down payment. You know, I'm gonna take that covered. So whatever I have left over to do, you know, if I can give you, if I can help you, you know, just you and me. I mean, you ain't gonna tell nobody else where the money's coming from, and you know, I'm not asking for anything back. If I have it, I'll give it to help you with this thing, because it doesn't make no sense. We're supposed to be building God's kingdom. This is kingdom work.
Yep.
This is the same thing when I told them about the fundraising, the fundraising chart with the thermometer. And I wanted to put it up in the back of the church. Pastor said, no, we're gonna put it in church. We're gonna put it downstairs. We got this big thing. We're gonna put it in the basement. But I'm like saying, who goes downstairs in the basement?
I was thinking the same thing.
People don't know you're doing a fund drive.
Nope.
That's the purpose of the thermometer. So when you get guests come in, they can say, oh, you could do a fund drive. Would you like to donate something?
That's right. That's right. Well, you know what? Ask them. Just to throw this in right quick. Ask them, could you put it on the bulletin board?
That's what I wanted.
Okay.
That's where I wanted to go.
Got you. Okay, I got you.
But Bishop talking about, they got this big thing downstairs, and it's not just they're gonna get one made up, and we put. Listen, that's what you want to do, and that's what you do. You know, that's what you do. But my thing is, people can't see it if it's downstairs.
Sure enough, can't.
You know, so the only people that's going to see is the people at rescue.
Yeah.
Or the people that comes in from the pantry, you know, to get stuff. You know? Like that. And they say you cannot ask those people for money.
Oh.
If you work in that pantry,
right,
you cannot ask those people. You can't even give those people tracts. The only people that can ask people for money is if you're not on the pantry committee. If you're not part of the pantry, you can go outside, give out tracts, and stuff like that. But if you're on the pantry, down helping with the pantry, you can't ask those people nothing. You can't give those people no tracts. Because they're there to get the food. So I'm quite sure if they put that down there, they're not asking nobody for no money.
Nope.
They're not. So I'm like, you know what? That's what they did. And the sign the bishop is gonna get is gonna cost money. I told Bishop, my thing cost $6. I got off of Amazon.
Okay.
No, we're gonna get this big sign and stuff like that there, and we're gonna put it in the back wall. We put it in the back wall where? The file cabinet is back there. So we're gonna put the file cabinet.
Yeah, I was just getting ready to say.
We can put the file cabinet. The file cabinet is taking up the space. But
you can't tell them.
I'm not. I said, let me do this because I already got plans for next year. What we're gonna do. I just gotta get this done. And once this done, I'm working on the same time for next year.
Okay.
We had four. We had 4 people on the committee, and then she resigned, and I know why she resigned. They ain't got to tell me. I know. One, it's because what happened at the business meeting. When she was put on the spot. And 2, what Pastor said Sunday.
What Pastor said Sunday?
While Pastor was up on the pulpit preaching. And because the evangelist came to me and told me to to my face that I will never, my legs will never get healed. As long as I'm in rescue, I have to go back to Trinity.
Oh wow.
And then she went to my wife and told my wife, why don't they let me, come back to Trinity? First of all, Trinity never put me out. I left Trinity. And you don't know the reason why I left Trinity.
Right.
So when my legs were getting healed, Pastor said Sunday, about people putting out there, because I know she was on Zoom.
Okay.
And Pastor said, "Brother Lord, what did they say to you?" I said they said that my legs will never get healed as long as I'm in rescue. I have to go back to Trinity. And she knew who she was talking about. And, so that played a part in one of the reasons why she resigned, because Taylor was on the committee. And what was said to me by her. So I always say, you can't lie on God.
That's true.
You cannot lie on God. God didn't tell you that.
Right.
So it is what it is. But I got to do what I have to do. In order to get this thing and going on, because as I told the Taylors, the Kansas sale is not for the bus.
Yeah, I heard
the
you
bus,
say that.
The bus has nothing to do with the bus. So that's that's how it is. So this is what I need you to do. And I'm gonna back up. I'm gonna back up what I said. I don't want you to get frustrated. To the point you said, you know what? I ain't got no help. Listen, you have to remember when Jesus was going to raise that girl from the dead, and the whole crowd was following him. He only allowed certain people in that room.
True.
Why? Because we have other people had doubts, and he didn't need all that. He need people that believes in prayer and believe, had no doubt, and that's the reason why that girl got up. From there, it's the same way. You don't need a whole crowd.
True.
You get one or two people, and y'all just work it from there. Okay, just work it from there. Time is of the essence. We don't have time. Now I will remind Bishop tomorrow night. I said, Bishop, y'all said in the meeting that y'all's going to get the candy to help with the fundraising, not the business fund, but with the fundraising. When are y'all guys going to get the candy? Because before you know, May is right around the corner. But it was said, and then I'm going to see what he's going to say then. Because my work is already in progress. Okay. Now you guys open your mouth up. You said what you want to say. You said what you was going to do. Now it's time to do what you say you're going to do. Get the candy, so we can move on.
Yeah, because he said in the meeting that after everybody, him, Elder Robinson, Pastor Glover said they're gonna buy it. Then he was saying something, and I was saying, wait a minute. I said, y'all did not answer my question. My question is, where's the money coming from?
Right.
Who's gonna pay all of this? So then they said, well, the church can write a check. So that's the payment. Now the ordering. I said, okay. Now who gonna do the ordering?
Now you know they don't have to they don't have to go to the World Finest chocolate site to get that candy.
Right, they don't. I thought they went to Amazon for
That, that's that,
$44.
that's where that and Amazon has it for $44.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you go to that site, they gotta run a credit check on you.
Oh, really?
See, yeah, they gotta run a credit check. Why? Because they gonna give you the candy, but you gotta give them part of that money back.
Mm.
See, they didn't read. See, when it was told to me that at the meeting, I went to the website and I read it. I said, did anybody read what's going on with these people?
Mm.
You know, you have to. It's like the candy did. They don't give you a candy.
Mm-hmm.
They'll give you the candy, and you sell the candy, but you got to give them a profit of that candy. I don't know how much. I don't know how much it is, but they were saying you can make 50% profit
Mm-hmm.
of that candy. You know, so I mean it's 60 bars. 60 bars that come in one box. Okay, how many boxes comes in a case?
It is in a case. No, well, you mean bars, right? It's
How many bars?
60.
It's 60.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if you sell it for $1, okay. If you sell it for $1, and you spend $44 on it plus shipping. Okay, that's 60. That's 100. That's 100. That's 100. I mean, what did I say? It's 60. So if it's 60, well, yeah, it's actually $60. No, because I was talking about the two cases. Two cases is $120.
Right.
You sell that. Now, I was saying because everything it has inflated.
Mm-hmm.
The prices of everything went up.
Mm-hmm.
I said, if you sell that candy for $100, if you sell that for $1.50 a bar, okay, you're gonna make profit on that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but you have to let the people know, that the candy went up, and we saw you go to a candy store, the corner store, and get a Milky Way bar. I think it's $1.25 or $1.
Yeah, sure is.
You know, and that's not a fundraiser. That's the guy's business. That's how he's making profit off the candy like that.
Yep.
So, you know, you do it that way. Okay. Okay. I know. I'm not going to. All right. Let me put this out there because I just want to make sure whatever stamps you get.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Find out how much is a book.
Well,
right,
go ahead.
Because Pastor already gave you the $20.
Yeah, give me $20.
Okay. Find out how much a book of stamps cost. Matter of fact, you could go online and find out from the post office online how much is a book of stamps.
Okay.
It's going for these days.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then you see, with that $20, because I think it used to be. How much was a stamp? Book of stamps. You get 2, 4, 6, 8. You get 10 stamps, 12 stamps in the book.
Mm.
You get 12 stamps in the book. I think. Well, I think because it's been a while, you know. Because I deal with the book, and the roll of stamps went up because I haven't paid $53 for a roll of stamps. The last time I do remember I bought the stamps. A roll of stamps was $40-something.
Mm-hmm.
And it went because it went up. Stamps went up. You know. So see what you can do at your end with the stamps. Okay. And if you weren't short, you know, I'll get some stamps that I can give to you.
Okay, so for a sheet of 20 is $11.60. For a book of 20, it's the same thing. $11.60. That's it. I'm trying to see. They don't even have the choice.
All right, so you can get 2 sheets. That's $22. All you have to do is just add $2 to it, or whatever, to get the sheet.
Okay, yeah.
All right, so you're good with that. That's $20.
Yeah, that's $20 will cover.
All right, that's it. All right. That $20 will cover. All right. Yeah.
Yep.
So, you do it that way, work out like that. But whatever extra that that you need, you go back to the pastor and you make it plain, that people said that they was gonna help, and you're not getting any help, you let them know that Evangelist Odom back out.
Yeah, I told her that. It didn't bother her, Evangelist. It didn't bother her. Because I let her, I text her a few days ago in reference to Odom. And she was supposed to do the banner. And she ain't say nothing. She ain't say nothing.
No, I'm going to be very honest with you. She don't care if that's only. She don't care if Vance Odom leave.
Oh, if she leave. Oh, okay.
But
see, my thing is with that, with any person per se, if you are in the midst as leadership, if you are in the midst of people saying they're going to do things, and the president or whoever, vice president, whoever, even her, and you don't hear nothing back, or people is not doing what they said they was going to do, there's some things that leadership has to put in place.
Yeah, they do.
Leadership has to put things in place, because especially if they already know how a person think and feel and how they respond when certain people say something to them.
Right.
Just like the meeting. You see what I'm saying? People knew that I admire Elder Robinson. I admire you. I admire brother Taylor. You see what I'm saying? Because that's what the meeting apparently was generated for. If people have things, and being saved, sanctified, Holy Ghost filled people, a meeting should never get out of hand. You should be able to say how someone is making you feel, and someone should be able to tell you how you're making them feel without you feeling anything. And responding to it. Now, don't get me wrong, we're human. We are going to feel. But what I mean by feeling is feeling things where you take it out of character and out of perspective. And you already know. That's why I always preach and say, you know what you thinking, what you going to do. Ella Robinson stood up, said what she said to Odom. Odom already came to a conclusion of how she going to be. Whether she was going to speak to you, whether she was going to be a part of your program, whether she was going to love Elder Robinson, she already knew.
Right.
There's no, that's why I tried to explain to her about sinning. You already know your Holy Ghost is supposed to let you know what's going on. And when your Holy
Right.
Ghost steps in and say, don't say that, don't do that, don't think
Right.
that, you don't override it and say, oh,
No.
all I got to do is repent. Because one day you going to repent and you ain't going to get no repentance.
That's right. And then see what made it. She just thought it was this other Robinson.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
But when Taylor said no, you've done this to me a couple of times.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
You know, so now, it's not this other Robinson. This is your nature.
Exactly. Good point. That's right.
This is your nature. So now the cover has been pulled.
That's right. That's right, evangelist. It's been pulled. You've been exposed.
You've been exposed. That's the reason why. That's the reason why she did what she did about resigning and stuff like that here. You know, and I had told Bishop before. I said, Bishop, you need to watch her and you need to watch Brother Robert.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, those two people. I said you need to watch.
Mm-hmm.
You keep your eye on them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because they have an internal motive.
Mm. Okay.
Okay, so you know, and I said, Bishop, you know what? I said, Bishop, you know what? I'm not going to back down. Okay, when I see trouble coming, so I'm going to warn you. The Bible told me to cry loud and spare not.
That's right. That's what it said.
You know, you could say what you want to say, big mouth. I got a big mouth, whatever. But when it comes down to final analysis, and you need somebody to have your back.
That's
You know,
right.
you got. I'm not like I told Pastor, I told Bishop, not too long ago. I didn't come to rescue to take anybody's position.
Mm-hmm.
God knew the reason why He sent me to rescue.
Mm-hmm.
Out of all the churches that we fellowship, Trinity Fellowship, you know, I came to rescue. I could have went with over to Bishop Green.
Mm-hmm.
Bishop Green he's my spiritual father.
Mm-hmm.
I got saved under his ministry when he was an evangelist.
Oh, okay.
You
Oh,
know,
wow. Mm-hmm.
and he was looking for me, you know, to be with him. You know, and that's when Mother Meg was alive.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but it wasn't a place in my spirit to go to him. You know, it wasn't a place in my spirit to go to Pastor Bagley.
Mm-hmm.
When I left Trinity, Pastor Bagley thought I was coming to her.
Mm.
I said, why would I go there where and I'm not trying to talk bad about nobody.
Right, I understand.
But I need help.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it was that rescue and rescue did exactly what he wanted. God needed for it to be done.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I didn't come there. You know, try to take over and do. I came because my soul was at stake.
Mm-hmm.
But in the meantime, you know, we all talking about, we love God and and we gotta do kingdom work. This is kingdom work.
Yep.
This is kingdom work. Kingdom work is just not going outside and bringing souls in.
Mm-hmm.
Kingdom work is and I'm going to say this. I remember the service that you gave to us, and it was me, Evangelist Marshall, missionary Harden, there was another lady. Oh
Piper.
God.
Piper.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we spoke on kingdom building.
Yes, I do remember. Okay.
Okay. And my thing was we are so busy trying to build kingdom business outside the church. It begins inside the church.
Yep.
We got to build inside the church first before we could go out there and build any kind of kingdom building, because there's a lot of stuff inside the church that needs to be fixed.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And it's true. I mean, we want to do kingdom business, but we got challenging things at home. Never spiritual poor. And quite evidently, those that at rescue really didn't pay attention to what was being said. Because if we realize, all these services that we're doing, it's kingdom building. It's kingdom building. Nobody wants to come into a house that's in chaos.
That's right.
Nobody wants to come into a house that stinks. Clean your house. Clean it. Let you all get on one accord. Then we can go outside. Then we can go outside. Fix the problem in the house. Then we can go outside and win souls. So all this is kingdom work. The Bible said, whatever you do it unto the Lord. Do it with a willing heart.
Yep.
Okay, so this is not the Vernon Jordan show. This is not the Vernon Law show. This is our show.
Yep. That's right.
So if you can't, and let me give you a word of encouragement. If you can't get the people to work with you, work with the ones that you can work with. And just go ahead and do what you got to do. Okay.
Okay.
You ain't got. You have to report back to nobody. Do it. And so their mouths of the people can be quiet. We have until May.
Right.
Okay. I'm telling you now, don't sweat it.
Okay.
Okay, please don't sweat it. All right, we are a help of one another. I will help you.
Okay.
Okay. If you can't get another soul and you to help, I'll help as much as I can.
Okay.
All right. So that's one thing. That's one thing you don't have to worry about, because God always has a ram in the bush. I'm not financial. Financial heavy load down with finance, But I believe that God has allowed me to do what I have to do. It's to Him. I'm not looking for no recognition. I just want the program over, that God can get the glory.
Right.
See, God can't get no glory out of this mess like this.
Nope.
He can't get it. And you shouldn't have to feel the way you feel, being frustrated and can't get nothing done. Go ahead, go into your secret closet.
Yeah.
What you do in your secret closet, God will bless you.
That is true.
And then when people will say, "Oh, you did on your own," no, I didn't. Evangelist laws and such and such helped me. We got together and helped me. The Bible says, "When 2 or 3 gathered."
That's true. You'll be in the midst.
That's it, sweetheart. Don't sweat it, because you know how these people are. Because you dealt with them down to these years.
Yeah, you
move on. Get your program over. Move on. We'll work it out.
Okay.
Now the only thing I'm asking you is that just find out about your decoration, and stuff like that there. Now, what I would do It could be because he opened his mouth up. I would go if you can tell him.
Mm-hmm.
If you can tell him, you said about, you know, you should, you can donate.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm coming to you now. I need a $50 donation, a $25 donation, or whatever to help get what I need to get.
Okay.
You know, and you just be right there. Don't go back to pastor. Don't go back to bishop. You know, because I'm gonna speak to bishop tomorrow night.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask him about that candy. Even though it's not part of my drive,
Mm-hmm.
but it's part of me because I'm part of this church.
Right.
Okay, and I want to help the church. Okay, I may not be able to buy to get a box because I'm already spending money out for this bus ride.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah,
So
you right. They should have had done. You right. Now that you say that, well, see, that's what I was saying. You know, I didn't tell. I mean, I kind of like gave Pastor Glover like a semi hint about it, but I don't know. She kept thinking that the candy was supposed to be for the service, and I said, well, let me call Evangelist Laws and get a breakdown of what it was that he heard, and we talk about that because I know what I heard because I shut my mouth because
right,
it was taken out of from me. I was no longer over the candy. And somebody they was going to buy the candy because I tried to get it to ask them, okay, who's buying it? Where is it gonna go to? Elder Robinson said she gonna donate too. Okay, you donating too. Somebody got to buy it. Then she said, okay,
right,
I'm gonna buy it. Okay, so now you buying it. It's coming to your house or it's coming to the church. So Bishop was like,
right,
well, why it can't come to the church? I'm not saying it can't come to the church. I'm trying to find out where it's coming to.
right,
So now, whoever's going to donate, whoever's donating, they should have been done. I mean, let me finish my sentence. Whoever's donating, they should have been done donated. The candy should have been sitting in the church by now.
right,
Okay. I'm thinking that the reason why they ain't buy the candy yet because they know the candy is not for my service. So they gonna
right,
wait until they ready to the body. Cause Pastor Glover didn't even say nothing about donating. She gonna tell me to go out there and sell some candy. Wait a minute. I mean, this is my thing. No offense, and I'm not talking about nobody, but I ain't gonna
No,
let
I understand.
nobody. I ain't let nobody make me think I'm stupid. I ain't going
Right,
for that.
right,
I'm not letting nobody take naturally advantage of me. Spiritually
right,
is differently because I know God gonna come in and get them and fix it up. But when you
right,
naturally want to come and not even talking about her per se, you see what I'm saying? The people just want to make you think that you're the crazy one. You don't know what you talking about. See, and I've always evangelist. See, this is why I'm breaking myself out of it. This is why I said right there to me, nope, nope, don't give me no money. Nope, nope, I ain't doing nothing. Nope, nope, y'all go ahead. Because they know me. Bishop and Pastor Glover know me. They know that when I say something, I'm going to do something, I go ahead and do it. I proved it.
right,
My back to church Sunday, I went to them trying to get musician, trying to get the young man to be paid for. We ain't got no money. I ain't paying for him. In so many words. I went in my pocket and kicked out the money twice that man came. I didn't too much was looking for the money back, but they wanted to give me back the money. So I'm looking at it like, y'all ain't got the money. So where y'all getting this money from? Where you getting it from?
right,
You
right,
just told
right,
me the church ain't got no money to pay for this man. As soon as you find out that I kicked out my money, you want to yell out in front of the man, did you pay him yet? He looking at me and I'm looking at him and we ain't say nothing because I done been paid him. So to keep anybody from being in the business, the last time I used him, I paid him Cash App. Gave
right,
him his money way before he got there.
right,
So when he came up, it was asked again. Oh, you done paid? Yes, I did. Oh, because they didn't see me transport no money back and forth with him.
right,
Oh, yes. All right. Well, we gonna give you back the money. You do whatever you want to do. I'll get ready to walk out the door. Wait a minute, evangelist, we got to give you back the money. I mean, but I don't understand. Why you giving me back money that you said you didn't have? Where you getting this money from? And if you're getting from the church, then you just told a fib. You just told a big fib that you got to give account for.
Right.
So this is the thing. You know, y'all know, they know that whatever I'm over, I put my best foot forward. Whatever is needed, I know we need a musician. This is a church anniversary, so therefore it's going to need some decorations. I don't want people to be coming. If anybody come, even if the people that in the church come, I don't want them to just come. I want to give them something.
Right.
I want them to have something. And me personally, you know, I'm into food because I like to eat, even though it may not seem like it. But I love to eat.
Right.
So I love to feed people. That's something I raised up under. Bishop Mingo loved it to feed us. Mother Wilson loved it to feed us.
Right.
So when people is coming to something that I'm having, and I even explained this to Pastor Glover and Bishop. I said, well, it's just that because they was at one time I was having somewhere we don't need to do. We can get some chips. We can get some drink. We can give them some water. I don't feel right.
Right.
I don't feel right. I mean, not saying anything is wrong with it, but I treat people how I would like to be treated.
Right.
So now, if I have been to churches and churches got plates of food, like we used to go over to I'll give you an example. When we used to go to what's that man church? Magazine?
Yeah.
When we would go the beginning, when we started going to them people would feed us.
Right.
When they came over to us, they wasn't getting nothing. We went back to them, we ain't getting nothing. They didn't give us no more food. They was giving bags with soda and maybe a slice of cake in it. But in the beginning, evangelists, they had a little hall or something. And after the service, they would tell everybody go over there and we would sit down there inside that place. It wasn't built big like our fellowship, but it hold quite a few people. And we would go in there and sit down and eat with them people and fellowship with them people. Each time each time Magazine will come with his people, they didn't give him nothing. He'll come preach, whatever he do, whatever his choir come sing. When the service was over, everybody go home. So when I recall a couple of times, they had a service where we went there. That was it. And I know House of Prayer was expected because I overheard some of them say, oh, they ain't got no food for us today. I said to myself, they sure enough don't.
That's right.
They ain't want to give them nothing. They ain't crazy. And you could tell that in all honesty, you know, in my opinion, it wouldn't have really bothered me because that's me. You know, I'm going to still have the food, but everybody ain't me. Everybody ain't you. You know, some people take things to heart. Well, they ain't giving me nothing. I ain't giving them nothing. They come with $50 for orphan. I'm going to come with $50 too.
Right.
But the mentality of it is that you're doing all this for the Lord. As you said, kingdom builders.
Right.
Here to help build up the church of God.
Right.
And if you ain't got no people and when I say people, I don't mean in number. If you ain't got no people to build up the church of God can't go nowhere.
Can't go nowhere.
And you got all these, I admire you. I admire you 100% from the time you got up in that church. You've been doing things. I know you went through a lot. I don't know a thing by people telling me, but I can sense it. I can feel it. And I'm a good reader of people. I could tell certain things went down that wasn't pleasing to you. But you still hung it out, stuck it out, still do this, still do that.
Yeah. Thank you, Jesus.
Just like one time you had did I think you had did a breakfast or something.
Yeah.
I don't know whether it was for Bishop or whoever, but I don't know whether it was for Bishop. Like, I think it was something like his birthday or something.
It was a birthday barbecue thing. It was something like, you know, in that order, and that order was like that there. You know.
And Michelle was in church at the time, and I think we had came to church that Sunday, And when we had got
Right.
there that Sunday, we kind of like noticed that people was kind of like acting kind of funny towards the refrigerator in reference to some food or whatever.
Okay, okay, all right. This is what I did.
Okay.
Okay, now I remember.
Okay.
I fixed food for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
The ones because it was on a Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I told Bishop, I told Minister Anderson, I said, listen, I need you guys to fix food for Mother Anderson for all the women. I told
Mm-hmm.
them to fix it for all the women and
Right,
put it in the
right.
refrigerator.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because Michelle got kind of offended.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that she got kind of offended because I did not invite her, her kids to this celebration stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I said because at the time it was just for the men.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't for the women. It was just for the men.
But we found out that Elder Robinson was there. We found
No,
out that
Elder Robinson. Okay, now that was Saturday.
right.
All right.
Uh-huh.
The only reason why Elder Robinson and Shirley was there because they came to clean the church.
Okay. Okay. I got you.
They was there to clean the church, but they was never invited.
Got you. Got you. Mm-hmm.
So Ella Robinson show got their food that Saturday.
Okay.
They didn't get no food Sunday.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay, and the only people. Okay, it was Ella Robinson show, Kathy and Mother Anderson.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I told Bishop take Mother Anderson's food home.
Mm-hmm.
I told Ricky to take Kathy's food home.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then because the show and thing was there, they come down at the end.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They wasn't there while we was fellowshipping.
Okay. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Because it was just for the men.
Mm-hmm.
When the thing was over,
Mm-hmm.
that's when Ella Robinson and Cheryl came down, and I said, here's your food.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because I purposely had Mr. Anderson, Deacon Tillman, fix plate, and we had one of them those go out pans, aluminum pans,
Right,
with
right,
the plastic
okay.
top over it,
Mm-hmm.
filled with food. And I told Michelle, and Michelle said she didn't want anything.
Mm-hmm.
You
Well,
know,
the reason why was because we got there. I think maybe for once I got there kind of early. I don't know whether I got there like for Sunday school or whatever. But we got there kind of early, and just like I said, we kind of like was noticing people was kind of like standoffish from us, and we couldn't. I mean, we they do that, they did that, but this was just kind of weird. So now, once the service was over, right? I think Taisha that Sunday, Taisha had brought some cheesecake.
yeah, she brought some cheesecake. Yes.
Okay, so when the service was over, everybody was at the table in the front. And I saw Minister Anderson go over there, go into the kitchen. I mean, not the kitchen, go into the refrigerator and take out whatever he took out and sat it on the table. I saw someone come over and confronted him, said something to him, and he went and removed those pans or whatever and put them back in the refrigerator. And then Taisha was over there with her cake, and she didn't offer. I can only speak for myself and Michelle. She did not. Let me take it back from Michelle, because she did offer Michelle, because when we was leaving, Michelle told me that she offered her and she said no. So she didn't offer me anything, and whatever food that you had, we didn't get none. So now we didn't know nothing about it until I don't know whether it was. Yeah, thank you, Hogo. It was after that Sunday. Me and Bishop was in the office for whatever reason, talking about whatever we was talking about, and he brought it up. He said that there was something at the church on the Saturday that they had for him, and you had cooked food for the women as well. I'm not gonna say for him, so I'm gonna take that out. That you had cooked food for the women. All the
Right.
women were supposed to get a plate. He asked me,
Right.
did I get a plate? I said, I didn't get anything. He said, well, you were supposed to get, you and Michelle, all the women was supposed to get something.
That's
Because he
right.
cooked them up and he put it in the refrigerator for the women that was not there.
Right. Exactly. And I had them put the label with the women's name on the plate.
Oh, so now I'm seeing why. Now it's all coming. It's making sense because I couldn't quite understand why Minister Anderson went in there and put them on the table. So I guess he
Right.
came and put it on the table because they was labeled
They was
for
labeled.
us
They
or
was
for whoever it
labeled.
was. And just like I
They was
said, somebody
labeled.
came over to him and it was said that, what was it? Let me make sure I get it right. They didn't say nothing or they acting some kind of way, so they ain't getting nothing. So me and Michelle, now we hear this. Me and Michelle hearing this. And so we saying, well, we ain't got to get nothing. And we went to walk out. I went, grabbed up my bag and stuff to go out. And Michelle, it took Michelle a while to come out, so I was standing outside. So after she came out, she looked kind of mad. And I said, what happened? She said, no, Taisha going to ask me, do I want some cheesecake? I don't want no cheesecake. What happened to all the food? And so forth and on. So not knowing, I don't know whether she knew, but I know I didn't know that you made anything. I didn't know anything until Bishop said it. And now you're confirming it.
Yeah. Yeah. Something because when I told Michelle, and she said, no, I don't want it. I don't want it. I just left it at that. And then I don't know what happened to the rest of that food
They took
because
it.
because once I made it up
Mm-hmm.
and I had put the people's name on it,
Mm-hmm.
every woman and Sharon, every woman in that church had a plate with their name on it. I made it purposely for that, to give my sisters some food,
Well,
And I wasn't, and I'm sorry because I wasn't downstairs. I
no,
was
it's
doing
okay.
something. I was doing something upstairs because because I heard about it.
Okay.
And then what happened? I remember Saturday, Minister Anderson was putting the corn in the freezer and dropped the whole pan of corn
Mm-hmm.
on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I'm saying, oh man, but God's my witness. Every woman in that church had a plate, and I told Ms. Anderson to give that food out. Now I don't know who went to him and told him to put that food back.
Yeah.
But whoever went to him, it wasn't their job to do that.
Yeah, they went to him, whispered something to him, and I could tell that he didn't know what the person was talking about. Like, oh, I was supposed to do that? I didn't know I was supposed to do that. I was told to bring the food out, put it on here with the people's name on it. I mean, that's not what he
Yeah.
said, but that was his demeanor. But when the
Right.
person said what they said, he was like, oh, and he just turned around right quick and put the stuff right back up in the refrigerator. And he didn't know what to do. I could tell he didn't know what to do. He didn't know whether to move from the table, whether to stay there, or whatever. So he just stood there with his daughter, Taisha, with the cake.
Right.
And to be honest, Taisha saw me because she passed right by me and went up there. And then they pulled out whatever it was, whether it was a pan of cake, a cake pan, whatever, however it come. And she stood there giving out the slices of cake. And I picked up my stuff and I went on out the door. I said, all right, y'all ain't got to give me nothing. It's no problem. It's no problem. And the word was already going around that something went down the Saturday. That Saturday.
Right.
So they was talking like bits and pieces, not telling the truth, because the truth is that it wasn't for the women. You just cooked the
It wasn't
food for the women.
because it was not just for the men at rescue. St. James was there.
Mm-hmm.
It was because we did everything. I used to do the breakfast every Saturday morning for for the men.
Okay.
So I said, let's do this because Bishop, lost his friend, Dr. Griffin,
Right, right, okay.
and we do it this way. But I included the women in there when I
Mm-hmm.
did the day. I also did that for Mother's Day. Mother's Day. I made a thing. It's called cornbread surprise,
Mm-hmm.
and I put chicken. I put chicken in the bag. Along with the cornbread, and you cut the cornbread. It was macaroni and cheese and broccoli underneath the cornbread
Well, no, I didn't get none of that. The only.
in a pan, a little small,
Oh, no.
a little small pan.
No, I heard about it because I don't know whether it was Kershaw or Michelle that said that oh, they must be
Cause
giving
Michelle
out
got one.
food. Yeah, cause they giving out food or something. Sister Jordan, I said, why? What's going on? I said, 'cause I don't see no food. She said, no, they got it like in little aluminum. No, I didn't get one. In
Right.
little aluminum pan. I said, oh, really? So when I came down the steps, when I came after service over, I come downstairs. I don't see nobody with no aluminums. So I'm like, what's going on here? I what they they done ate up all the food already.
Yeah.
I said, oh, okay, no problem. But the only I do remember, I don't know whether it was the same time that you did all of that, but I remember you coming to me giving me the bread pudding. So I
Right.
do remember getting that. So I don't know whether that was a part of any of the food that you made
No,
or that was just
no, no,
a
no,
time you
no,
made
no,
that. But that was
no,
the
no.
only thing that I got from you. And I guess I got it because you gave it to me. You know? Because
That's
you gave it
crazy.
to me in my hand. I got it.
That's crazy. That's crazy because I personally did that. The church had nothing to do with that. I did that on my own for Mother's Day.
Well, I ain't getting
You
nothing
know,
for no Mother's Day. And you
for,
know
for,
I
for,
was
for,
there for Mother's
so
Day.
so I know what I have to do from now on.
Got to
You
give it to
know,
me in my hand.
I have to give it to you guys in your hands. Because it doesn't make no sense.
It
Well,
doesn't.
why are you harboring stuff that's not yours? First of all,
Yeah. I don't know
you
why.
know, and different things like that. There, you know,
Exactly. I don't know.
but
That is
but but
so true.
but what we're gonna do as we move forward,
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna get this thing done for the church anniversary, and I'm working on the thing for how many auxiliary are you on right now?
Right now, I'm only on the missionary evangelist. That's it.
That's it.
I guess I got this church anniversary, but that's the main auxiliary
Yeah,
is the missionary and event. That's it. Cause I'm off
that's
the
it.
youth, and that was the only thing I was on was the youth department,
Okay.
and I'm off of that.
I want you to think about it.
Okay.
Okay. I need another committee member for the
Okay.
for for the for the building fund. Not the only now the only reason why Evangelist Odom, I never asked Evangelist Odom about being on the committee.
Okay.
She came to me
Mm-hmm.
and told me that she wanted to be on the committee.
Okay.
Okay, so I said, fine, no problem. I said that's what I'm looking for, a willing worker.
Mm-hmm.
Even though she had her own personal agenda, the
Mm-hmm.
reason why she wanted to be on that committee.
What was her
Okay,
agenda?
so because because one thing about her is that and I had told before, I don't care. I'm not interested in what you did years ago.
Yeah.
I'm
Right.
interested in what you did on your job.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care. You told me about your mother, your fundraising, and all this other stuff. I'm not interested in that. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Only thing I'm interested in that we come together as a committee, as one, and get these programs over. That and I told her that doesn't mean that I want you to go into bishop. I want you to go into pastor because you can't go to them.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot go to them and tell them, oh, I like this. You can't do it because they're gonna send you right back to me.
Right. Right.
Okay, so that's why that's the reason why she wanted to take charge of the outreach programs.
Mm.
She's in charge of the outreach program.
She's in charge of the outreach.
Yes. Ella Robinson gave it up.
Okay.
So when Pastor was asking anybody that wants to, do it, she jumped up and she said, "Yeah, I'll do it." And she was trying to get us some other committees. I don't some other auxiliaries, but I know she came to me personally
Mm-hmm.
and told me that she wanted to be on this fund drive committee.
Okay. Okay.
You know, so I'm like this here. I said, God work it out. If it's meant to be, it'll be. And come to find out, it wasn't meant to be.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it's no love lost.
Right.
You know, she told me that she will still be able, to give me her support. I said, well, I appreciate that because I think all the support I can get.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I did it with a loving heart. I wasn't mad or nothing like that there, and stuff. So there was 4 of us on the committee. I actually need somebody, and I mean, she didn't give me a chance to ask because I wasn't looking for a whole lot of people.
Right.
I just needed people that was willing and don't mind working.
Exactly.
So if have the time or want to be part of the committee, you ain't gotta ask Pastor if I can be on that committee, whatever.
Oh, okay.
You don't have to ask Pastor that. That's my job. If you want to be on the committee, you want and stuff like that there.
Mm-hmm.
So because I told Taylor them, I said, we're down one man.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the 3 of us right now. So I was looking for another body. I to be honest, I had thought about you, but I didn't know how many auxiliary you was on. Because I asked, I had you in mind and I had Cheryl in mind.
Mm-hmm.
I asked Cheryl. Cheryl told me she said she couldn't do it because her plate is full.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a position that's open on the committee. That's if you want to work it. And what we do is that we don't come to church and meet.
Okay.
We call on the conference call line.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how we communicate. And if we see each other at church, we can talk, then but we do it on the conference call.
Okay.
So it's easier. That's what the conference call is for. Because I have the ability to I can get 4 numbers.
Okay.
I mean, I have to pay for them,
Mm-hmm.
but I can get 4 numbers.
Mm-hmm.
And I told Bishop not to change the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
I told Bishop that you can have a prayer line.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
But Bishop said, who we gonna put it in the prayer line?
Yeah, I was on the line when you said that. We was talking about it in one of the Bible studies, if I'm correct.
Yeah. So it's there. It's there to be used.
Oh, okay.
They want it, and I can always give it. I have no problem because, like I said, this is kingdom building. I'm not looking any way I can help to help the church to move.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm there for. So I want you to think about it.
Okay.
And let me know because I got plans already for next year.
Okay.
I got plans for next year. Whether they're here or if the Taylor leaves, it's still going to get done.
Right. Exactly.
Because actually what the Taylors are doing, they're there, you know. I can say, well, listen, we do X, Y, and Z. They're there to give me their opinion.
Okay. Okay.
Or any thought about the building fund. That's what they're there for. If they don't, it comes from me.
Okay. Gotcha.
And this is proper suit because I'm not doing that. No, it's going to get done. If God put in my spirit, it's going to get done. Whether it's do it or not.
Right, right. That's how I feel too.
It's going to get done.
Okay. Here we go with this late arrival again. Come on.